Some people know well how to keep quiet. These lucky people realize the power of silence and feel really comfortable without saying a word. But most of us should learn the art of silence. There actually are a lot of different advantages for staying silent in certain situations. We will be breaking down 9 powerful advantages of being silent. If you're new around here, then make sure to subscribe to this channel, and without wasting any more time, let's get started. Number 1, attracting attention. If you've ever been in a situation where you need to get the attention of an entire school class or group of people, you might have noticed the most effective way is to keep quiet. When a teacher or speaker is silent, the audience starts to get interested in him or her. The silence of the lecturer sends a signal that something has happened, and listeners will try to concentrate on understanding why communication has stopped. This applies not only to public speeches, but also to everyday conversations. When we remain silent, people concentrate, and we get their attention. Number 2, silence is the obvious answer. Sometimes we tend to say too many unnecessary words, too many explanations. If a question is met with silence, it means it's the best answer. We can always soften the rigidity of a negative response with silence. Without saying no directly, we avoid rudeness and verbosity. Perhaps silence as an answer is the best way out of a difficult situation. Another example, someone said something that we disagree with or find offensive. By restraining ourselves and keeping silent in response, we send a powerful message: I don't like it. I disagree with you. Number 3, the use of body language. Body language and gestures are often more expressive than words spoken out loud. The expression of the face, gestures, visual contact, and tone of voice speak volumes. The ability to decipher and correctly understand body language can be a powerful tool to use in everyday communication with others and create strong relationships. Number 4, showing empathy. There are times in life when silence is equal to an expression of sympathy and signals that you understand the other person. Sometimes the right words just don't exist. Pain or grief is hard to take away with conversation, but it is very easy to show how we care about the other person by silence. Number 5, being nice. We are always surrounded by information noise. News on radio and TV, music in elevators, shops and offices, notifications on smartphones and tablets. What's more, the people around us also get carried away and continuously talk. The feeling that we have to communicate for the sake of communication as such, so as not to be excluded from social life, captivate us. We fight the information noise around us, and when we speak, we try to squeeze as much information as we can in a minimum of time. However, when we are silent, we show our partner that we listen attentively and respect every word. Number 6, when emotions get the best of us. Promises made in a storm are quickly forgotten in good weather. This phrase accurately illustrates the people who made promises under the influence of emotions. But if you had cooled down and thought about the situation again, you would have done quite differently in half the cases. However, you have to be responsible for your words and reinforce them with action. But you could have done without it if you notice that during a dispute, you're overwhelmed with emotions, joy, anger, jealousy, etc. It is better to ask to return to this conversation later. Both of you will not hurt to think over the information heard and make the right conclusions, not with a hot heart, but with a cold mind. Number 7, it's better to act than to talk. The act itself can take no more than 5 minutes to complete. However, sometimes we use this time to discuss issues, kick someone, or make an unnecessary argument, spoiling the mood for yourself and someone else. Excessive polemics take up valuable time and are not helpful. Those who often prefer to discuss a problem many times, complaining about it, are likely just afraid to take responsibility and solve the issues looking for ways out. Number 8, when they want to hurt you. If your opponents have turned to personal insults, be sure your victory is not far off. The insults indicate that your opponent has run out of evidence in the dispute. So he wants to provoke you, evoke strong emotions, and create a situation where you can stumble, because it is difficult to follow the words and actions, losing your mind. If this kind of behavior appears during a discussion, even if you have sufficient evidence from your side, you are unlikely to be able to convince the other side. People who sink to insults and obscene language are not the best allies in the search for truth. Number 9, when you don't have full information. I think you've also argued with people who operate with rumors and guesswork, in the absence of full information about the subject of the dispute. A person who gets into an argument and expresses his or her opinion without reliable, reasoned information may not get the best reputation in society. If you don't understand the subject matter of the conversation, it's best to remain silent and listen. You can finally ask questions to get a better understanding. Thus, silence is a powerful tool. You can start practicing and experiencing the benefits of it now. That's it for today's video. Tell us in the comments when staying silent helped you to deal with the situation. Thank you so much for watching to the very end. If this video helped you, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to learn more about. Let's push yourself to be better than yesterday.